course, many outstanding poets, but also some outstanding songwriters over the years. And this is a wonderful song by Gabriel Rosenstock called Phila Grace. I hope you find the feet of the dancer. Hope you can sing in the rain. I hope you find all the easy answers to your pain. And I hope you find love and affection, someone who cares. Hope you find all the right direction everywhere, everywhere. It won't be easy, but what can I say? There will be troubles on the way. Round every corner there'll be terror and tears. Always remember that we're here. I hope you find the feet of a dancer. Hope you can sing in the rain. I hope you find all the easy answers to your pain. And I hope you find love and affection, someone who cares. Hope you find all the right direction everywhere, everywhere. Be sure not to cry on whenever you're alone. You know you can rely on those you know. There's nothing to carry, there's nothing to fear. Always remember that we're here. I hope you find the feet of a dancer. Hope you can sing in the rain. I hope you find all the easy answers to your pain. And I hope you find love and affection, someone who cares. Hope you find all the right direction everywhere, everywhere. Oh, even when the rain comes falling down, you know it's falling down on you. I hope you find the feet of a dancer. Hope you can sing in the rain. Hope you find all the easy answers to your pain. And I hope you find love and affection, someone who cares. Hope you find all the right direction everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Always remember that we're here. Always remember that we're here. Feet of a dancer.
Welcome everybody to our final poetry book launch of this year's April is Poetry Month in Limerick. Tonight we present headlines by renowned Limerick poet Gabriel Rosenstock. Gabriel is a prolific and award-winning poet who writes in Irish and English, and he has also translated many foreign authors. The book will be officially launched by poet John Liddy. To start proceedings, please welcome the poetry editor of Revival Press, Tommy Collins.
Good Tommy, agus tá fáiltear go leir nach táide chuig seola an leabhar seo headlines le Gabriel Rosenstock. Leabhar céad seachtas trí ó chuir tús leis an tionscadal fáilte óra sa pobal in the Limerick Writer Centre. Hello everyone and welcome to you this evening as we celebrate the release of Gabriel Rosenstock's latest bilingual collection, Headlines. I'm Tommy Collins, the poetry editor at Revival Press, which is the poetry imprint of the Limerick Writers Centre. And I just want to tell you a little bit about what we do at Limerick Writers Centre, especially our community publishing programme. We've been working hard to make a mark in the world of literature around Limerick City and County and beyond, bringing book ideas and writing to people of all ages, locally and across the country. And tonight we celebrate the launch of our 173rd publication since we started this journey back in 2009. And it is also the fourth book launch of April's Poetry Month in Limerick for 2024. At the Limerick Writers Centre, we are all about celebrating literature. We love reading, we're passionate about writing, and we truly believe in the power of words to change lives and communities. Whether it's a poem, a novel, a memoir, a short story, or a song, we think every creative endeavour is valuable and deserves to be shared and remembered through publication and performance. We have adopted the words of John Liddy Sing as our mantra and motto that poetry must have its roots from the clay and the soil of our communities. Sa céim a dúirt Martin O'Kane gur bhfuil caint híriúil, craoil, caint cracnach, hosias ag dausa ar scotchy, ag gul ar scotchy, an earnish litera is far for sé on winter. Our goal is to make literature more accessible and exciting, to celebrate the wisdom and lived experience of real people in Ireland today in their own words. We want to surprise you with how we bring poetry and prose into your everyday life to, as Seamus Heaney said, catch the heart off guard and blow it open. We believe that art and literature are for everyone. If you're new to writing, don't worry, it's a skill you can learn, and as you do, your inner artist will start to shine through. We like to remember what Frank McCourt used to say: keep scribbling, something will happen. We believe that the act of writing is what really makes one a writer. It's like a ritual, and rituals are the heart of our art. In our programme, we focus on creating high-quality short-run titles that anyone can pick up and enjoy. We encourage all writers, whether you're pursuing a serious career or writing for fun, seeking healing or striving for personal growth. Over the years, we've produced a wide range of works, from poetry and short stories to novels, histories, memoirs, and a variety of mixed prose. Books, even as a simple technology, are still a powerful way to connect people and communities. We're very proud that our books capture snapshots of living and evolving culture, and that they will last for many years to come as a record of events, people, places, feelings, and ideas. We hope that this legacy will be passed on to future generations of writers, artists, singers, scribblers, and folklorists, especially those with a love for Limerick City and County and the beautiful surrounding lands. Sometimes, as Samuel Beckett is said to have put it, words are all we have. Sometimes we look within ourselves, at our hometown, the nation, or at events with global scope and how they reflect on the human condition. The words and indeed the silences in this book, Headlines, are a superb exemplar of this, with different voices emerging to react to all kinds of so-called news. Tá Phila Grace in Revival Press an Cnúsach nua seo ó Gabriel Rosenstock on issue. And personally, I enjoy highlighting coincidences whenever I get the chance to stand at the microphone, and I love that this collection, which Gabriel tells us marks the birth of Irish infrarealism, started to come into being on my own birthday on the 11th of August in 2023. Infrarealism aims to blow the brains out of the cultural establishment, and Gabriel's approach to this collection has led to a book unlike any other that I've seen before from the Revival Press. Just a little bit about Gabriel for anyone who isn't familiar with him. Gabriel Rosenstock is a prolific poet and translator and has been a force of Irish language poetry now for over half a century. His debut collection, Suzanne's Shona Folka, was published in 1973, some short years after he helped establish the phenomenon that was Inti in UCC. Since then he has been creative with authoring or translating a number now approaching 200 publications for Vorka and Gaelga. In Headlines he continues to show us that Irish is a powerful medium for addressing injustices in every corner of the world, just as he did in early works such as the unveiled acclaimed. It's fantastic to see so many people here tonight to celebrate in this beautiful venue and to enjoy this book launch. And we always remind guests at these events that buying the book supports the author and other local writers. But more important than that, this book is a real pleasure to read and gives us a chance to ponder on thought-provoking poems and appendices at the end of the book as well. So on behalf of Revival Press and the Limerick Writers Centre, Gurfmina Mohabat, Gabriel Rosenstock, or doing Lasha Biblical Phila Grace. Thanks to the People's Museum of Limerick for hosting us again, to John Liddy for the upcoming launch, and a special thanks to our team at Limerick Writers Centre, especially Mark Bender for her design work on this book and on the many books that she has helped us to craft over the years. Cogordis O'Brien Gabriel, Sasilum Gunay Gakwa Narsha.
John Liddy, along with Jim Burke, the founders of the long-running journal, The Stony Thursday Book. John recently launched his 12th collection of poetry, a joint project with Jim Burke called Slipstream in the West of Ireland. John Liddy.
Gandalf is o'called specialta I Shogadain Druin Galer at I Law Ironish Chok the Walga Gabriel Rosenstock. Phila Legolor Laur was on Count Shaw, Count Linta, headlines inspired by the New York Times. An informative note to this collection states that there is a homage, that it is a homage to infra-realism, as Tomas mentioned, founded in the mid-1970s by a group of 20 poets in Mexico City to blow the brains out of the cultural establishment. And that headlines from the New York Times act as a springboard for bilingual poems in this book inspired by the infras. The period covered is from the 11th of August to the 31st of August 2023, and I'm delighted to know, Tomas, that your birthday falls on what date?
The 11th.
The 1st. Okay. And that the 11th of August 2023 also marks the birth of infrarealness, the Irish language version of infrarealism. From the first headline, we learn that the word Miami comes from a native word, Miamiwa, meaning a downstream person. And the reader is off on a cynical, humorous, informative and rebellious gallop through the poet's view of the world we inhabit, brought to us by a newspaper's headline. Tá gachra lusadach can critcha le anila, or Trump, greenhouse gases, on group of Wagner, on Ruiz, Hawaii, Charlton Heston, spicy honey chicken, on Brahmanpur, chicken Alfreda, Mias da Tractor Arish, Agus Arishada, hip hop, Albarino, Fian Cotina, Spanach Evoke, hot dogs, Le Quarta Keisha Eler, Temples on India, Werner Herzog, drama Aaron Fuckle eludes Tony Blair, Agus Marshinde. The above list, a veritable piss take, no punches pulled, Lenny Bruce-like humour, dark and light in the sense of a let-off, a reprieve from the lash. Rosenstock finds the energy to write about chitty, chitty, bang, bang. Mars, the ruling class, and Chicken Alfredo again. An Amazon tribe, a university in Virginia, cuts the budget for the teaching of languages, a smarter way to water plants, and a beautifully subtle Ada Deer, Native American voice, inside government and out, dies at 88. Ada Deer, Laurenéis of Dort, go non dúiseacha Americanach lastí agus leismú den rialtas. Báis an tref menonomini who, the rare unveiledish, Viamar Viavam, Margavanamar leis an bubble arsa, no kiish matachikri, níos sinna na crown ach có strádas lo, I neala féin anrach, teachta, sicánta agus iontafa. Má cromhra os cion áin na locha, aig machanta a dhéag aráis orith. Each headline or poem takes us behind its newsworthiness as though the poet is in the trenches, close up to what is happening beyond the headline, as with the plight of Ethiopian migrant workers crossing into Yemen, or Ron DeSantis and the Akond of Swat, turned out to be a real person, a Muslim saint who died in 1877. Akond leads a Muslim religious community. Vague headlines as questions planted in our minds. For example, he tracks elusive Amazon tribes, but only from the shadows. Who are we talking about here? Who is this tracker? Headlines have fried my brain. Is it DeSantis? The Akond of Swat? There's a thought. Alfredo Di Leo, dead. Roberto Bolaño, dead. Werner Herzog, unlikely. Trump, isn't he in jail? Tony Blair, isn't he in jail?
Should be.
Come out, whoever you are. Agus na dáanta sa cin school sin tá cuma lehanach bán do what teaching history in Texas looks like. Rinne giggle agus gaire to don gwyd mó den cnúsach shot lena hien focal swat. Agus féin vaga an ile úrinta ach ní raibh ceadagam éirí as agus mé ag léamh na líonta. Creators of headlines are the enemies of poetry. Who can possibly contradict this? No one who has read Pessoa. Or those dealing with war. Oh, Al-Mahari, sightless poet, are you still counting the bodies of the dead in Aleppo and all over the Middle East? Gabriel Rosenstock, of Ronan Laur, An Simul, Navkar Dion, Duan, Canusa Kata, Exnav, Lesra, Ivo, Ivnaka, no, Pre-Ivnaka, no son Monastock, agus an Dohra, Shakas an Chonan, no an Liffey. Tá an Phila Grace, Canéireach, ag trómach, Trúcánta, Granver, agus Marvanta. Dominic Taylor, director and editor of the Limerick Writers' Centre Publishing House Revival Press, has broken new ground with the publication of Headlines. A brave and courageous undertaking without doubt. The book is enriched by the very fact that it is in two languages, Irish and English, and the poet's eloquent sighs afterword of sorts will answer any doubts as to what infrarealism is, its authenticity as poem protest, and the poet's commitment to that protest voice in two tongues. He points out I'm fascinated by infrarelicus as another stone in my sling, aimed at nothingness, not merely as a self-correction process or to make up for years of fecklessness and neglect in terms of social awareness. And he ends that essay with an explanation by one of the founders of infrarealism, Ruben Medina, and with a question of his own. Is it too soon for infrarelicus to have some impact on Irish language poetry? Or too late? Maybe I'll put a little announcement in the New York Times. The book has a generous array of links and appendices, and the blurb on the back cover makes a poignant statement: 128 weeks on the New York Times worst seller list, number 1.
Lovely.
Fáilte a bhaile, Gabriel. Oir tá da Jachan seo, I masc spirád, Phila fir is maná atá ag scríomh inniu. Tóg an leabhar seo a bhaile leat, agus go bhfeicfear tú an dam bhealach difriúil. Take this book home with you and see the world differently. Go to Mila Mantliffe.
Going on with John Liddy. Now, a couple of fucking more regarding Gabriel. He has written or translated more than 100 books, principally in Irish. Former chairman of Poetry Ireland, he is a member of several international haiku associations and holds an honorary life membership of the Irish Translators and Interpreters Society. He lives in Dublin. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabriel Rosenstock.
Thank you. Thank you, Dominic, Tommy, John. I wanted something from Limerick, from the Hunt Museum, to be on the cover, and I just went online where a lot of their images are available and in high res. And I think I got an appropriate self-portrait here, this monkey. I have a very strong anti-authoritarian streak in me, and I think it was inevitable that I would come across my brothers and sisters here in the infrarealismo movement of Mexico, who we preceded actually in Cork with the Inter group, which had something of the same revolutionary instincts. I know nothing about the New York Times other than what the great blogger and poet Kathleen Johnson said about it, that it should be taken out and peed on. Because it's a warmongering rag. I read one or two poems then. Inspired by these headlines from the New York Times, and you know, when you start writing poetry based on headlines, you see how banal many of these headlines are, how empty, and of course how transient their importance and their influence. Let me see. You know, in the middle of all their war reportage and so on, their editorials, they throw in food recipes, such as this one. Shikeen Milish Spiesroch le broccoli, spicy honey chicken with broccoli. Now, I began to think about the chicken. When did the chicken happen anyway? When did the chicken come around? Seemingly 6,000 years ago, or 6,000 years before Christ, in China. That I didn't know, but I was always, a gatherer of useless information. How useless or how useful that is, I don't know. Here's the original Irish, very short poem. Chicken milch spiesach le broccoli. Nu has a shell of heart, dus, satini. She ville blien revschriest, houwing she wil. Verwening in Mando, maar weinig milch spiesach en udus. It's the New York Times. When I first began to run around in China, 6,000 years before Christ, did it ever imagine it might end up as spicy honey chicken in a recipe in the New York Times? Looking at that little poem now, I always favour, when I can, simple, straightforward, spoken language rather than literary language, if you like. But maybe in this case, instead of the reheart, I should have used the word the go heart, because that's really what a chicken does with his go. It sort of goes pecking around. But I like chickens. I like hens. Nobody talks about hens anymore. Everything is chicken. But we had a hen house in Kilfinane, in East Limerick, when we were young. One of my earliest memories is taking an umbrella and jumping off the roof of the hen house, thinking I would fly. Here's another chicken poem. I'll just read the English this time. It's called Chicken Alfredo. Believe it or not, there's a gastropub near us in Dublin, in Dalkey, called the Dalkey Duck. And their speciality the other day was chicken Alfredo. Small. Another recipe from the New York Times. Not as depressing as the goddamn awful news. Who was this Alfredo person? Anybody know? Anybody care? Just eat the damn chicken, chew, digest, defecate, that's it. And Alfredo, who he played? Alfredo di Lidio created chicken Alfredo in 1914 in Rome. That's Rome, Italy. Not Rome, New York, Rome, Illinois, Rome, Indiana, Rome, Kentucky, or any other damn Rome. How many more Romes are there? Looks like, Rome, City to Rome, Rome, Georgia, Rome, Maine, Rome, Mississippi, Rome, Missouri, Rome, Ohio, Rome, Oregon, Rome, Pennsylvania, Rome, Tennessee. Hey, give me a break. While others were busy with the First World War, that's 1914, 1918, Alfredo was busy making chicken Alfredo. Alfredo de Lidio, master chef, should not be confused with Alfredo de Lidio, minor poet, 1818-1914. Alfredo de Lidio, minor poet, published only one book or so it is said, for no copy remains, so we can't say for certain was he major or minor. Furthermore, his book was written in dialect. The beginning of the Lord's Prayer in Italian, Padre Nostro, che tu il cielo, number 2. In Alfredo Poet's dialect, I can't pronounce it. I can't read it. Who could read it? What chance do you have? In Rome, Rome, Italy, not Rome, New York, Rome, Illinois, Rome, Indiana, Rome, Kentucky, can't forget it. Alfredo the poet was not one of the 46,000 Italians, approximately, slaughtered in the First World War, cause of death choked on a chicken bone. And not chicken Alfredo, however, as it would be 6 weeks and 2 days before the other Alfredo came up with chicken Alfredo. So, I want to send a copy of Headlines to the New York Times. See what they think of it. I don't think they read it or review it, because literature is an industry today. It's controlled by the Simon & Schusters and the big publishers of the world, Faber & and literary agents and certain influencers, and they pay the literature editor, the literary editor. They bring him or her out for dinner, and they say, no, not this, no, we have another book for you, it's safer. We'll go in for a read this one, this. You do this. I think in our heart of hearts we admit it, but we don't say it. Literature and the arts generally have become part of the whole game, the whole corrupt game, and it's a sorry state of affairs, and it has infected thought, and it has infected language, especially. And language is changing, and you can hear it. You can hear it on the airwaves. You can hear certain things are modulated in such a way that they're not saying anything really. What did he just say? Nothing. And that's the secret of it. They're learning how to say nothing. And I'm afraid too many poets are going along with this game. They're not saying anything that I can see, that I can hear, that arouses me, that angers me, that says, Christ, how right you are. But we still go on. And Revival, it's a good name for a press. Revival, evoking. Good idea for a language as well. Will it happen? I don't know. Maybe we're going to have unveiled. Maybe English needs to be revived. Maybe in some respects, actually, Irish is more alive than English. That's what I sometimes feel. I sometimes feel when I speak Irish, when I write Irish, that it's more alive on my lips than the language produced by the New York Times, and the Times of London, and the Times of Dublin. They've been learning how to say nothing as well these days. Really. Sweet nothings. Bring me to mind.
Very hard to follow that incisive, kind of virtually has the potency of live grenade that's being flung at their floor. Well done, Gabriel Rosenstock. And copies of the book are on sale at the back of the hall. On a serendipity note, I have to confess and share this with you. Before I came over here, I lashed into my dinner, and would you believe it? It consisted of tandoori chicken